Hey, how's everyone doing there today? This is Undead Nightmare 24, back with a video. This will be Lucio Fulci's top 10, another one of my favorite directors, the godfather of gore here, man. And just want to say this is a top 10 that I've seen. There are other films I haven't seen, so I will not be listing them as I still need to see more. Hope you guys enjoy this top 10. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's get it going here. And at number 10 is Manhattan Baby. It's a pretty fun one. It's a story about a girl who travels to Egypt, ends up getting this emblem given to her that's cursed. It also makes her father go blind, and it's brought back to their New York apartment where all kinds of supernatural evil is happening in their apartment and trying to take possession of them and curse them. Can they be stopped in the city of New York? This is a very fun supernatural film. And at number 10 is Manhattan Baby. And at number 9 is Zombie 3. It is a sequel to Zombie 2 Flesh Eaters. Fulci did become ill during this film, so he didn't get to finish it. So it was taken over by director Bruno Mattei. So it has different type of director's styles in this film. I still enjoy it. It has great gore in it, some nice looking zombies. Also has a flying zombie head, which I've never seen. Is pretty awesome. Yeah, this film's a lot of fun. Great sequel to Zombie 2. It's at number 9, Zombie 3. And at number 8 is Four of the Apocalypse. This is not a horror film, it is a spaghetti western directed by Fulci. And this one's a great one. It follows 3 men and 1 woman through the western lands of Utah as they develop their own stories, and they are being hunted by these sadistic killers. It has some great shootouts, some nice carnage, and it has Fulci back at his prime. Really enjoy this one. At number 8 is Four of the Apocalypse. And at number 7 is Murder Rock. This is a giallo type film. It follows these dancers in this like art place for dancing in New York, as they are stalked by a killer who uses a hat pin to pretty much cut these women through their breasts and pretty much pull their heart out. Pretty vicious kills in this one. Really like the style of the killer, and they sense, is it jealousy or competitiveness that has caused this killer to go mad? That's the twist in this film. So in at number 7 is Murder Rock. And at number 6 is Wax Mask. This is directed by Dario Argento and Lucio Fulci, but Fulci passed away 2 weeks before this film could be released. So Argento had to turn to Sergio Stivaletti to finish this film. This has a great atmosphere, gothic horror film within a Paris wax museum. Has some great gore and nice kills. An excellent killer. Highly recommend this film. And at number 6 is Argento and Fulci and Wax Mask. And at number 5 is City of the Living Dead. This is part of the Gates of Hell trilogy. This is a fun film. It consists of a priest hanging himself in a cemetery and pretty much unleashing hell on earth. We have these dead corpses rising from the dead. We don't know if they're actual corpses or just supernatural evil, which is cursed upon the people. This has some really great death scenes as well as a great storyline, and the ending is shocking. This is at number 5, City of the Living Dead. And at number 4 is House by the Cemetery. This is also part of the Gates of Hell trilogy. It follows a family from their New York apartment to a New England home, which used to be owned by the evil Dr. Fruitstein, and he did evil human experiments in the basement of this house, so the house remains cursed. We don't know if something's alive in this basement, and all hell's about to be unleashed in this pretty atmospheric horror film. So in at number 4 is House by the Cemetery. And at number 3 is The New York Ripper. Really enjoy this film. Follows a blade wielding maniac through the streets of New York as he's killing these beautiful young women. And he also makes a pretty hilarious duck sound while he's on phone calls or making his kills. This is an intense film. It follows a detective trying to catch this guy on the case as more women are being slaughtered through the New York City. Definitely has a horror and sleaze feel to it. Really enjoy this one. It's at number 3, The New York Ripper. And at number 2 is The Beyond. This is part of the Gates of Hell trilogy as well. It's one of my favorites. It's about an artist who gets murdered in a basement. As he's murdered by this lynch mob, it unleashes a portal from hell to unleash in this hotel. Years later, this girl Lisa inherits the hotel, planning to reopen it. She does everything starts to go wrong supernaturally, as well as the undead rising. This has a great gore effects, one of Fulci's more brutal films. And at number 2 is The Beyond. And then at number 1 is Lucio Fulci's Zombie. This is an iconic zombie film. It is a sequel to Dawn of the Dead. This follows a newspaper reporter and this lady searching for her father to an island where these mad doctors are there, bringing the undead back to life. It has a real tropical setting on it. Really love it. And it has a shark fighting a zombie, which I've never seen. This has some great gore and some real, like I said, iconic zombies. And at number one is Lucio Fulci's Zombie.